Alright, well, hey, what's up, everybody? Toku Texas Cosplay here, and today we're going to be taking an in depth, kind of scene by scene view of Ultraman here. And first off, let me start by saying this was an awesome little teaser trailer. For any of you that are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Morobashi Dan, that's my alias, and welcome to Toku Texas Cosplay. This is my channel. Talk about Ultraman, my cosplay, and other tokusatsu stuff. Let's take a look at the Shin Ultraman trailer real quick. Now, I'm not going to play it frame by frame exactly because I'm not going to replay it, is what I mean, because, obviously, I don't want to get sued. I don't want the video to be taken down. So, we're just going to be talking about it frame by frame, and then we'll just talk a little bit about it. Hopefully, you'll come along for the ride. All right, first off, let's talk about how awesome this video was. And let's go first off it starts off with these Japanese letters. Now, I myself can't read a lot of Japanese. I know a few words and such. I know some of the alphabet. But I know if you go through Google Translate, this basically means special news. What's called Toko Hall. So, special news. That's the first thing it says. And next we get a shot of these guys, which they're obviously part of the SSSP or whatever. Don't really know exactly what the name is, but you can see right there on their lapels, they have the SSSP pins. And it looks really cool, actually. So we get a look at the couple of the main cast right here. Don't really know their names right now, but this is them right here. And looks like they're investigating some sort of probably a disaster or maybe some sort of accident that happened and involves the military, obviously, because we see a lot of these military guys here, very reminiscent of Shin Godzilla, which actually was written and directed by the same people. So really excited for the potential here. So we see the military going about their business. Looks like they're getting ready to attack or getting ready to defend something. And then we see these police officers here near a residential area, near a park in somewhere in Japan. And it looks like they're getting ready to mobilize or they're going to attack something. Now, it's my understanding that if these guys are SSSP, then obviously they're not going to have guns or anything. They're more of like the science, as you could say, consultants. But still, they do cooperate with the police or the military. So what these guys are, look like they might be researching something or might be looking into whatever is causing the accident. But yeah, it looks like they are going there. And next up, you see here, we actually have their dog tags. And this is something special because the SSSP apparently might be some sort of paramilitary or military organization, because most of the military organizations use dog tags like that. And it does say his name, and it does say SSSP, which is really cool. It says Shinji Kaminaga. So apparently that's his name, and it has a cool little SSSP logo right on it. Next up, when we move along, we actually see what might be our main character looking and researching something in the library. Not exactly sure why he's doing it, but I can only speculate that he's actually looking for information on a specific maybe monster or kaiju, because we do see kaiju coming up. And if you actually run the Google Translate through that very front title that you see here on the top top left, that actually says Yasei no Shiko, which actually means in Japanese wild thinking. So this might actually be a book about animal behaviors. Could it be that maybe he's looking into the animal behaviors of a certain animal or kaiju? That's what I'm thinking. Well, I don't know what you guys think. So here we see them analyzing some video, and again, very reminiscent of the Shin Godzilla. People looking, staring, and observing screens and data. Honestly, I love Shin Godzilla, so I'm excited to see what they make similar, what they do different. But yeah, obviously these guys are looking at something that's very puzzling and they're trying to understand it. We see them here researching it. Now here we get a first up close look, a good quality look at their pins. The SSSP pins would actually look really nice. They're very reminiscent of the original ones. Just a little slightly changed, very angular, but their lapel pins, badges. Don't know if these actually work as communicators like they do in the original show, but still good to see them. I'm glad that they get something reminiscent. Now these obviously they're looking into whatever it is that's causing the problem. You can see here that they're they're really into trying to figure out how to fix it. Now, this is something else. I don't understand most of the Japanese words. I do know that one of them means person at the top, ito, and on the bottom paragraph it says Ultraman, which is Ultraman, and then parentheses. But if you actually run this through Google Translate, it actually says on the top, it says giant humanoid creature, which I don't want to say it in Japanese because I might butcher the word, but on the top it says giant humanoid creature. On the bottom it says Ultraman. In parentheses it says tentative name. So apparently that's what they decided to name him, Ultraman. Hopefully we get to look into why they gave him that name. And then after that it says research report. So this case file obviously says giant humanoid creature, Ultraman, tentative name, research report. So obviously they're gonna have a file on this alien creature that shows up. Here's a look at the team, obviously talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out some stuff. We don't know what. Then we get a couple of shots of these characters researching, talking on the phone. Hopefully we get a good look at how each of them work with each other and how maybe the government or the organization is going to come up against this new threat. And here he is showing up with a gun. Our main hero, I believe he is. What's his name? Shinji, I think his name was. So yeah, he's got a gun, obviously. No blaster, no ray gun. And what I really like about these is that this goes for a more modern feel. What I saw someone on Instagram or Twitter, I think, say is that these are more. Notice they're not wearing their orange jumpsuits. Nothing that stands out a lot. They're obviously dressed like special agents of some sort, government or military style. They're not dressed in those really bright orange, which I mean they were cool, but let's be honest, in today's society, those wouldn't really go. And now here we get a really cool first look at Neronga here, which is right now he's cloaking, he's invisible, but that's his power. Neronga has the invisibility power, and he eats electricity. So he's an electrical kaiju that the original Ultraman in the TV show fought. And I mean, the CGI is awesome, even though I know some people have named it a bit cartoony. It does look cartoony in a sense, especially because I know a lot of kaiju movies, or monster movies. They use the nighttime kind of make it look more dramatic or for visual purposes. But I mean I like it. It looks really cool. It's good to see Naronga in a sort of movie style, kind of cartoony anime maybe. And you can see that they also redesigned him a bit. His mouth opens up a lot more, and obviously this is a CGI monster. So it doesn't have to act. It can do things that a man in a suit in the show couldn't do. Look at those big hands with the big nails, really cool. And you can even see some of the electricity. Now here I also you go through Google Translate, and it says let me see what it says. The screen planning and screenplay by Hideaki Manoho. So that's what it says on the top there. That's pretty cool. I think that might be the guy that wrote Shin Godzilla. Now here we see them getting surprised by something. Not exactly sure what it is, but oh look! Oh my gosh! It's another kaiju. That's right, another kaiju. So no idea what this one's gonna do, but the name of this kaiju right here, this little son of a gun, is actually Gabora, and he's also another original Ultraman kaiju. his speciality is that he has a drill in his head, but it's actually an openable thing, which actually reminds me a lot of the Ultraman kaiju. Can't remember his name right now, but actually this one came out first in the 60s, so that Ultraman, that Pacific Rim kaiju kind of copied off this one, but this is still cool. Seeing this monster, he looks like he's got some drills or something. And in this next part, it says director Shinji Higuchi, which is really cool. Really hoping these guys bring some fun stuff to the table. Now we get a really, really quick shot of our main character here, and he's obviously running through the forest wearing some sort of hazmat or hazard suit, but he is also running, and I think you all know what's going to happen here. He's running, and he pulls out something out of his pocket, lapel pocket or something, and it just cuts off before we can do anything. But we do get a really, really quick glance at what is most definitely the beta capsule right there, which is pretty awesome because we all know using the beta capsule, Hayata becomes Ultraman. But of course, this is Shinji, and the beta capsule, if you look at the Twitter of Tsuburaya, the beta capsule looks a lot more than like a pen than an actual flashlight. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's actually pretty cool, but still, we will get to see the beta capsule right here. Here's a picture of it, and I actually really like how it looks. Reminds me a bit of kind of like a Doctor Who sonic screwdriver kind of thing, but you could actually pass it off as like, hey, what do you got there? Oh, it's nothing. It's just it's a pen. Yeah. And here's his dog tag, Shinji. And I can't read that at the bottom, but yeah. Interesting, it says his blood type also, and there's the lapel pin right there. All right, let's get back to it. So here he is running. Obviously, he's running, and he's about to transform. Not sure if this is the first time he's transforming or later on in the movie, but yeah, he is running over there, and he's about to transform into, and then we get to see it. And here are a lot of people, obviously, in Ultraman movie, people are bystanders, and they love watching monsters fight because, I mean, that's what heroes do and monsters do. But here's our main character, Shinji, and then, wow, we get a reveal trailer. That's right, we get Ultraman. Look at that. Wasn't that awesome? Alright, let's go back. Now, first off, we see that he's transforming. He looks like, obviously, like someone who just grew into a giant shape, and he's crouching. So it looks like he's kind of getting up. Not sure if this is just right post-transformation, but here he is. And notice the electrical poles that are around him, which most likely means he's fighting Neronga, because that's where Neronga would be, near electrical poles, these big towers, because he obviously eats electricity. But if you look really closely, you can see, first of all, that he is fully CGI, loving the way he looks. You can tell he's not, for sure, he's not a man in a suit, because you don't see all the little details of the spandex or the latex suit that he would be wearing if it was a president of the suit. But also, big difference is he does not have his color timer. Look at the center of his chest. He does not have that little blinky light. You know, the one that beeps and warns him when he's running out of time and he's about to transform back into a human. He does not have that. And the reason for that is they decided to make Ultraman look a lot more like the original sketching concept. In the original concept of Ultraman, he did not have the color timer. So I'm not really sure exactly how this is going to affect his fighting, or how they're going to make it, because honestly, that was what kind of made him a little more relatable. Not weak, but per se that he actually could be defeated. So let's see how they actually go with that. So you can tell right here, this is Ultraman, and he's looking awesome. I mean, look at the mouth. We didn't move his mouth at all, so it's unclear right now as to say whether he's going to be able to talk or if he's going to use telepathy or something. But just looking at how smooth his skin is and the lines and everything, and how skinny he looks. I mean, look, He's like super skinny, like extra skinny. And if you look, honestly, if you look at the past show, how do you say? I can't talk right now. If you look at the previous posts or the previous what you could consider the press release, the Ultraman based off the was kind of based off this, and you see right here. I'll show it to you. This is actually what he's supposed to look like. No color timer. And here's some of the screenwriters and the director right here, and you'll see how he's a lot skinnier, but he does obviously have his specium beam, and just look how skinny his arms are. So that really helps sell off the he's an actual an extraterrestrial. Just look at his feet, look at his proportions are just really different, which is really cool. I'm really digging the look that they gave him. Let's just watch it one more time. But just to see Ultraman like right in the light, I'm glad they don't have him fighting just at night. That's a lot of things that movies do nowadays. They have him fighting at night, which I understand. It makes the fighting look cooler, and sometimes it's a lot easier for the effects crew. But I mean, daytime attacks, I mean, you could really see everything, and that's what I'm hoping for. And finally, we get a look at the title Ultraman at the top, and it says Shin Ultraman. So Shin meaning basically new, rebirth, refresh, different, and at the bottom it says Tokusatsu fantasy thing. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, that's basically it. And at the end it says it starts 2021 this year, early summer. So that's basically it, guys. Hopefully y'all like this video, and I'm hoping that this actually made you excited for this coming um, movie. I know I am. Hopefully we'll get to see it just like we got to see Shin Godzilla here. And even though maybe not in theaters because of the whole COVID thing, but maybe, just maybe, we get to watch it at home. Hey, I would pay top dollar to be able to see this at home. I don't care. I mean, it's Ultraman. You know what I mean? So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you noticed anything else that I might have missed. And maybe if this gets enough views, I might do another video and talk about speculation. Talk a little bit about what characters would be cool to see again. Maybe what we would like some references to be made. And maybe what might happen in the future. Are they going to make another Ultraman movie? It would be awesome. So don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next time.